Ma'am, would you raise your right hand to be sworn, and the clerk is going to swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony that you will give will be the truth and the whole truth, so help you God?
Have a seat, please, and sit up close to the microphone, and you may need to pull it down so you can speak into it fairly closely. And I'm going to ask you at this time if you'll state your name and then spell your name for us.
Yes, sir. Kaley Rogers, Kaley Rogers.
Thank you, ma'am. Counsel?
Ms. Rogers, how long have you lived in Baker County?
Roughly 10 years.
And you're married to Mike Rogers, is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
Do you know Rhonda Jewell?
Yes, sir.
And how do you know her?
Rhonda Jewell was the caregiver of my 2 daughters.
Is that how you first met her?
Yes, sir.
And approximately when was that?
2016.
How was she introduced to you?
My husband went into her sister's salon one day. We were looking for someone to watch our daughter when I went back to work, and he went in just to speak and say hello, and he mentioned it while he was in there, and she said she was interested, and so we set up a time, and a couple days later she came over to our house, and I was able to meet her, and she was able to meet the baby, but that's how I met her.
Did your husband know Mrs. Jewell before that?
He did.
How did he know her, if you know?
He worked with her years ago at Winn-Dixie, I believe, and then knew of her throughout the community.
Do you remember when it was that you first spoke to Rhonda Jewell, approximately, regarding caring for your child?
November of 2016.
Had you just had your child?
I was at the end of my maternity leave, so she was about 3 months old.
Was this your first child?
Yes, sir.
And you needed someone to watch your daughter because you were going back to work?
Yes, sir.
So did you meet with Rhonda Jewell a few times before she started caring for your daughter?
She came to the house one day and spent an hour and a half with us, spent time with the baby. I got to know her, got to know me a little bit. And then the next time I saw her in person was the first time that she took care of our oldest.
When you saw your Rhonda Jewell interacting with your daughter, the first occasion, was she engaged with your daughter?
Very much so.
Do you remember approximately when she actually started watching the child? Was that November 2016?
Yes, sir. It was the end of November.
And where would Rhonda Jewell watch her child at?
She came to our house every morning.
And that's here in Baker County.
Yes, sir.
How many days a week?
5 days a week.
And how many hours a day?
Roughly the entire time I was at work, so 8 till 4.
And how long did that last? What length of time as far as months or years?
She kept our oldest. It was from 2016 to 2021 that she had our girls on a regular daily basis.
Now, you've mentioned girls. Was there a second child that you had that she also cared for?
Yes, sir.
And when was that child born?
February 2018.
And when did Rhonda Jewell start watching that child?
I believe it was April of 2018.
And I think you indicated up until 2021, was that the oldest child or the youngest child?
The youngest.
The youngest. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Again, was this always generally at your home?
Yes, sir. She would come to our home in the morning, and then if she had things she needed to do that day, or if there was something that we needed help with, she would take them from the home and run errands or whatever she needed to do, and then come back.
Did you have occasions during this period of time from November 2016 to 2021 to observe Rhonda Jewell interacting with your one or both your daughters?
Yes, sir.
And how would you describe that interaction?
very natural, very motherly.
Was she engaged with them?
Yes, sir.
Did she ever spend any time on her cell phone?
Every now and then I would see her on her phone, but it was a phone call, or she was showing me something or showing the girls something. Or
Did you ever have any concerns about your children in the care of Rhonda Jewell?
never.
Is it also correct to say that you invited Miss Jewell on some vacations to help watch the children?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How often was that?
Every summer. I believe it started in 2019. And then every summer after.
Do you know Brooke and Justice Paige?
Yes, sir.
And how do you know them?
I know them through Rhonda.
Okay. Do you know Brooke and Justice Paige's parents?
Yes.
Ms. Rogers, after July 19, 2023, did Rhonda Jewell ever talk to you about what happened on July 19, 2023?
We've talked about the emotional part of it.
Tell you about what happened that day.
Yes, I've heard her walk herself through what happened that day.
What did she tell you?
That she picked up the
Objection,
child.
Your Honor.
Abstain.
Thank you.
Just wait a minute.
Judge, since it's proper, can I have the witness answer the question?
Yeah, go ahead and have her answer.
That she picked up the child, went to the other family's home to care for their children. She was going to stop and get something to eat on her way, but she was worried about being late. So she ended up not stopping. She got to the house, got out of her vehicle, went inside, and carried on about her day.
Did she indicate to you, in talking to you, when she knew that she had left, forgotten Ariya in the vehicle?
When Brooke got there.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Yes.
One last thing, Mrs. Rogers. Was there any period of time where Rhonda Jewell had your children for an extended period of time?
Yes, sir.
And when was that?
May of 2022.
And how long did she care for your children continuously during that period of time?
3 weeks.
Were they always with her,
Yes, sir.
day and night?
Yes, sir. My husband had a cardiac arrest and was in the hospital for 3 weeks.
Any concerns about the care your daughters received at that point in time?
Absolutely not. I know that they were well taken care of, and yes, I'm very thankful for her.
I have no other questions, Judge.
Cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Rogers, you were not at the house on the State Street the day that this occurred on July 19th.
No, sir.
So you did not see on that day when the defendant was supposed to be caring for Ariya Paige.
No, sir.
Other than what the defendant has told you, you really know nothing about the case.
No, sir.
Okay. When you say no, you mean, is that a yes, you know nothing about the case?
Right. Yes, just what I've heard.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions of this witness?
No, sir.
Okay. Same excusal? Okay, you are excused but subject to recall, so if you'll step outside, please, ma'am. Thank you.